Hello, so Arx just put out a poll for a bunch of stuff that people want to see in Strive, and, the thing that's most clickbaitable is the part where they say, who do you want to see return for Strive? This poll pretty much has everyone that I assume they're at least thinking about putting in Strive, like, maybe they have some ideas for each of them. This poll is missing some characters, like, Leopoldin, which is a Rager. I'm just gonna go through everyone and see what I think about how likely they are. Nothing special. I am in college and the desire to be making YouTube videos is quickly draining. Can I record this video before my roommate gets back? Let's find out. Also, keep in mind, all of this is from someone who has still not watched the full story modes. The audio probably fucking sucks dick, but I can't really do anything about that. Alright, first up, A.B.A. I do think, I should say this, I think we will get every past mainline playable character who is alive eventually in Strive. Like, it's gonna happen eventually. They said they want like 6 to 7 years of support for Strive in some interview. I should put that on screen right now, I think. So obviously, you're gonna need all the past characters. They don't really I don't think fucking Daryl can carry like 4 season passes. A.B.A. is doing super well in the polls, and also got mentioned in Asuka's arcade mode, like kinda offhandedly. Yeah, she's like coming in. I think she's going to print money. I don't think when they did the poll last time, they realized that A.B.A. was gonna be so popular. So I think we're gonna get her around like now. They probably didn't start work on her until after that poll, but I think she's coming soon. I have no idea what A.B.A. does like gameplay-wise. She just kinda is slow until you unlock the big fast mode. All her animation frames are really fucking goofy, and fucking who's the guy? JPEG Mafia has a fucking tattoo of Paracelsus. Yeah, so people want this character. Next up, Errol's. Errol's is a lore-only character. She is not playable. She was in Xrd story mode. She was like the main villain, I think, apparently. She apparently has like 2 hours of cutscenes. I don't know why. I think she would have been pretty cool in Xrd, but now I'm not so sure. She's currently in the Megamind prison, I think. They could do something neat with her being like Axel from Twisted Metal, where she like can't move her limbs. That could be neat. But I'm gonna put her in the probably not camp, unless like some new lore or something happens, but I don't think she's getting in. Her character arc seems like pretty done at the moment. Answer is really cool. I want him in. It's gonna be a while. He's Chip's secretary, and his thing is that he's always on the phone. He has like conversations during the match. And he's this really fucking funny character, because he's like he's basically just Google if he was a person. He was, I believe, the last character that got added in Xrd, and that kinda shafted him because, you know, people were kinda starting to move on to other games at around the time that he got in. I think he's probably the most obscure mainline playable character. I think he should get in eventually, but I'm not sure how high he is on the priority list. But shoutouts to Africa for putting him at number 8 on the rankings, though. Azuna is a playable character from Guilty Gear 2 Overture. This game is not real. Azuna is a cat person. I do not know what he does. I don't think he should be in the game. He looks weird. If you do put him in, please clean him up. Colin Vernon is the President of the United States in the story mode. He's kind of a meme. People kind of meme on him to want him to be playable. Unless he gets like a mech or something, I don't know what he could do. Wikipedia apparently says he has a robot arm. Apparently he likes football and is voiced by a football player in the English dub of Strive. There's like a sign on the White House stage that says "Make Vernon playable," I think. I'm gonna be real, I don't think he's getting in. Like, he could, but you're gonna need to like do a lot. the state that he's in right now, he's not really playable, but obviously, you know, they can just fucking make shit up. Valentine. Valentine is another Guilty Gear 2 weirdo character. I don't think she's getting in. All of her shit has been given to the other Valentines like Grandma and Jacko and Elfelt. I really think she would just be kind of a nothing character. I don't even know if she's still alive. Like, again, they could do new stuff with her, but like Errol's, I think her character's just kind of wrapped up. Venom is interesting because, like, he's really cool, but he kind of got his character arc finish in Xrd. He just has a bakery now. They could definitely add him and have his motivation be like, oh, I'm just sparring for fun or whatever, but I don't know. I think he will be added eventually. He did do pretty well in the poll rankings, I think. But I don't know if he's like the biggest need right now. He would be interesting because Robo-Kai's head would probably be with him. And I wonder if he would like wear the baker outfit. I think it would be funny. When he does get added, I'm sure he's going to be a great addition. I do not know why April is on this survey at all. We're gonna skip her. Eddie, why are you also on this survey? For those that don't know, in XX, Zato was fucking dead, and Eddie was just piloting his corpse, so the character was named Eddie, despite playing exactly like Zato still. Genuinely, I don't know what he would do if he got in again. Like, they could do something, I guess, but like a non-canon thing, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that he's getting in. Erica. Erica was the president of the United States in Xrd. Just take everything I said about Vernon, but like less interesting and less likely. I don't know if I've ever said this on the YouTube channel, but Elfelt is like actually really impressive to me. The fact that they made a character whose entire personality is being an anime girl who aggressively wants to find a husband, and somehow they made this character not annoying outside of gameplay, in gameplay, fuck her. You know, I think that's just crazy to me, like how? Elfelt's definitely getting in eventually. She's referenced a lot of the arcade modes, did really well in the polls and everything. She'll probably still be annoying, but they seem really keen on making sure Happy Chaos is top tier, so they'll probably nerf Elfelt to make sure she's not interfering with that. Oh wait, also, despite having different voice actors, Elfelt in English sounds exactly like Chowder, and I think that is funny.
If we got married, then I'd be the first lady. I'd be trained in manners and etiquette every day.
Mom, are you gonna be living up here now? Because if you are, we need to talk about bathroom rules.
Gabriel. Gabriel's the commander guy that Potemkin reports to. He's been in like nearly every single game, but he's never been playable. He's like implied to be really fucking strong, like Slayer levels of strong. I'm not sure what his whole deal is. I know a lot of people really want Gabriel, and I think he got like squeezed into like on the poll for Europe. I think he needs a design change, because this design looks kind of basic. I'm sorry. Like fucking Gabriel's in the fucking Strive intro. Just like put him in the game, I guess. Okay, Hey Yoon. I want Hey Yoon to come back. Another relatively obscure Xrd character. Hey Yoon is this girl that's piloting a big mech robot of like this badass martial arts hero. And Hey Yoon's like a cool charge character with like orbs and can launch you full screen and bounce you back. Like genuinely fantastic character. I love watching people play her. One thing, I think she needs a major redesign. Because this robot is very bland. It's saved by the fact that it's a robot with the girl, but for almost all of the gameplay you don't see the girl, which I think sucks, and I think it really brings the design down, and I think it really needs some sprucing up. I'm not sure what it needs, like, but it needs something, you know? She didn't do that well in the poll, but she did really well in Korea because Hey Yoon is a Korean character, so maybe. Jam is a character that I have no fucking clue what Jam does. I saw on Twitter some shit on Twitter about how she's racist and like She kinda is. She's like a Chinese restaurant owner, but her thing is that her restaurants keep getting destroyed. She speaks broken Japanese. Might want to get rid of that, or not. I do not care about Jam. She'll probably get in eventually because she's like in DNF Duel and River City Girls is like generally kind of just like a mascot because hot anime girl. I do not care what they do with Jam. Just please give her a small amount of plus frames, preferably 0. Make her dog shit. Cliff is dead. They brought him back in non-canon appearances since Guilty Gear X, and I don't really know, because there was like this interview where they said that they were okay with bringing back dead characters, they just needed good enough lore reasoning. Cliff has been like thoroughly dead though, and I feel his character is kind of finished. His character is kind of based on the fact that he is dead. Like, he was always made with the intent to be dead, officially, after like the first game. He would be fun, but yeah, it's like, you're probably gonna need like a non-canon pass, like specifically for these non-canon characters at this point. Zappa is getting in soon. I truly believe he's getting up there soon. He's coming. I believe it. There's a lot of shit with like his spirits. He'd be cool. There was some shit where they said like most of the spirits left him, so it's probably just gonna be what the fuck, Esco, and that, yeah. But like, so no, like Centipede and fucking what the fuck, Eternus or some shit. I don't fucking remember. This character's like fucking really hard to follow. Probably no sword ghost, no dog ghost. But I'm sure they would do stuff with him still. I think people are like, oh, you can't make him work anymore because he's like cured. Well, like they say he still has some of the spirits. He has like more control. So just make him a bounty hunter and just have him like just with his animations. Just make him show that he's more in control of the spirits. Like, I think that's like a very easy fix. He would look amazing in Strive's art style. Like I can very clearly fucking see him like bending over back, and then it has not heaven or hell. Shit, I don't fucking know. I'm really fucking tired. He got 7th place in Japan, yeah. Maybe he needs a redesign. He has this design in Xrd. Some people don't like it. I think it's like kind of fine, but here's the fucking the plot, the secret lore. Okay, get Testament to talk to Zappa about doing some ghost shit so that they can talk to Cliff, but it goes wrong, and then Cliff's soul ends up in Hyun's robot, so that way we get Robocliff and Hyun gets a redesign. Justice, also dead, has way more chance of being a non-canon edition, and I'm only saying that because they've done a lot of shit where it's like clones of Justice or like Justice robots, or just like something with. I could just clearly see them mentioning in some fucking like throwaway dialogue that Asuka has like a simulation of Justice, and then they can just fucking put that in the video game. Justice is a very strong zoner character, so people will be very upset if this character does get in, and I can already see the rage, including myself probably, but you know, we'll see. Slayer, he's getting in eventually, and people are gonna be very annoying on Twitter. That's all I really have to say. I don't think he's getting in on Halloween. Order Soul should not be in the game. I have had plenty of Soul bad guy. I do not want more of him. Maybe, but also I would not like to pay for a season pass and get a new Soul. I think if they ever were to make like a new title update or something, like just have him as like a bonus there, like base roster, you don't have to pay for him or anything. But also, I would be completely fine if he never got in. And also, I'm like 80% sure he's dead, but he's also a time travel thing, so they can just like say no, I think. A lot of people actually did vote for him, so maybe people will want to pay for Order Soul, but I think 1 soul is already too many. Daryl. Okay, Daryl is this stupid dumb fuck character that is like the third king of Illyria. He's like on par with Kai and Leo, and he's just not playable. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't have a weapon or anything, I think. I don't know if he does anything besides act calm when Happy Chaos holds a gun to his face in that one scene. His character's dumb. I feel like Leo kinda has a problem where he's like a really neat character, but nobody really plays him gameplay-wise because he's just kind of like a normal human with a really big ego. I feel like Daryl has that problem, but like 100 times worse. It would take a lot for me to be hyped about him. Like I'm sure they could do it, but it's gonna be a long ride. He's not coming anytime soon. Trivia: he dislikes coffee. Truly innovative. Dizzy, yeah, she's getting in. She did like super fucking well in the polls. She's probably gonna have a dress. I think my one suggestion is that her name should be Dizzy Kisk. If I remember correctly, they said that Dizzy was the hardest character to animate in Xrd, so they're probably gonna hold out a little bit on animating her in Strive again. Dr. Paradigm is a Guilty Gear 2 character, and is like a weird dog thing, and the only thing I know about them is that he, in like one of the games, he had like a big fucking like bubble surrounding him, and then Sin asked him why he didn't just make a spell that allowed him to breathe air, and so in future games he doesn't have the weird bubble thing. He would, if he does get him, he would probably be a weird setup MOBA character. I do think he has the highest chance out of like all the Guilty Gear 2 characters, just because he's like more unique, I think. But he's it was like probably not getting in soon. Dr. Baldhead, like Eddie, I don't know why he's on here. Baldhead is just Faust, but in Guilty Gear 1 before he became Faust. Like, it's not even like they're different people. They are the same person. They like maybe could do something cool, like maybe, but I really don't want him because Baldhead does not have items. I think there's like character development that could happen with Baldhead being playable compared to Eddie, but again, kind of the Order Soul thing, I don't want to pay for basically the same character. Unless they do change him a lot, which they could do, obviously, but yeah. Fanny is a character that is in Guilty Gear Petite and Petite 2, which are Wonder Swan games. So they're kind of worthless. Her plot is that she's looking for Dr. Baldhead, who after Guilty Gear 1 story mode is said to have never been seen again. So Daisuke was like, oh, then we can't have Baldhead, and I guess they either didn't create Faust yet, or Fanny was like prototype idea for what they would do. Honestly, kind of a nothing character. I think she would be more interesting than Baldhead, because you can just make her like a brand new character. Would probably be nice from like a lore perspective. I love Faust and would want to see him get more lore. I don't know if Fanny is how I want the plot point to be resolved though. Maybe she'll get in, but it'll probably be a while. Raven, we're almost done. Raven is fucking awesome. I love him. I very much remember the first time I booted up Xrd and played his story mode, or like I went into him in training mode. Just reading his moveset and realizing that this character literally has a fucking horny meter was fucking insane. I think Raven is one of the most creative fighting game characters ever, just because he's got these fucking like stretchy Luffy limbs. And then he's got the fucking, what is it? He's got like, it's basically an Incineroar downbeat type counter, I guess, where he fucking builds up his horny meter, and like it's implied that whenever you beat him, he just like comes in his pants. Like no other video game franchise would possibly think of this character, and therefore I want him in the game. He was way higher on the poll than I thought he would be, so like maybe there's a chance. I am very excited for Raven. Robo Kai. Robo Kai is funny and really cool in XX. Daisuke said he wanted him in Xrd, but he didn't make the cut. He said if Xrd got one more character, it would have been Robo Kai. So I think there is some hope in that. Way higher on the poll than I thought he would be. His body is kind of blown up still, so I'm not really sure what they would do, and he's also probably gonna be with Venom in some capacity. He would not be a funny misogynist anymore, because they are, like, I think 2 different people? I don't fucking know. I'm not double checking this. But, like, he sacrificed himself to blow up Bedman and was like, never laugh at another person's dreams. And then I fucking had a dream once where I wanted to cite that as a Bible verse, but I didn't know how to cite it properly, and then I woke up from the dream, so, you know, I think that's a very fucking, banger-ass quote. Robo Kai Mark II is from Guilty Gear Xrd. It's kinda just Robo Kai, but he can copy moves, which I think would be interesting. I don't know if they would do that, again, though, because that's kind of a lot of work. It was a lot of work back then, but it's... I think this is probably the way to go if you do want to bring back Robo-Ky, because I think maybe he could have a funny personality. We'll see. I don't know why these were listed as, like, 2 separate characters, though. That's, like, stupid. A guest character. Will probably happen eventually. It did very well on the poll results just because, like, why not? If it's anyone, it'll probably be Ragna. It could also do a crossover with another series, but I think Ragna's getting in. I think it would be Ragna and then, like, anyone else. I would personally pick Travis Touchdown, but instead it's gonna be fucking, like, 2B or some shit. I'm not sure how to feel about a guest character, because, like, blah blah blah, artistic integrity, blah blah blah, I don't want them to be broken and shit. I don't fucking know. So Bad Guy would be, like, disgusting in Super Smash Brothers. Anyway, that's my bi-monthly video, I think. Goodbye. I should probably think of, like, a better ending to this that's, like, funnier. Weezer? Yeah.